Hi everyone, this is Gail, your pond plant girl, and we're back at Stevie's house. We're going to check out her mini pond and see what we can do to make it even more beautiful. So we're back here with Stevie's pond and we're making some improvements with it. I got some tiles. These are just scrap tiles from a tile store, and they're samples that they were throwing away. So I laid them out, and I didn't make it permanent like putting it in concrete or anything like that, because the point is a lot of people are renters and they want something that they can change out or be able to easily move. So I just laid it on top of the ground, and eventually we'll probably have maybe a little moss or grass between the tiles and make it look a little bit more attractive. But this is what we have so far. Now, but we did discover one thing, is that her Rubbermaid tub sprung a leak. So come over here and take a look. Yikes! What do we do? Okay, the plants aren't dead, but they're going, help me, help me! So this is what we do. And it's so easy. It sounds cheesy, but it's easy. You just take a black trash bag like this and you line your Rubbermaid tub, and that'll keep it watertight. You'll probably have to change out the plastic bag 1 or 2 times a year, but it will work perfectly. So let's get started on that. Looks like we gotta dump some of this water out first though.
Okay. Oy.
Yeah, check it out how this all just kind of meshes together after it's in there for a while. It becomes like one big plant collage. Okay, here we go. Pretty simple. I got my black trash bag. I'm sticking it in the tub. Now the bigger trash bags are better, they're a little thicker, but this one will work out too. And all you got to do is just hook it on the edge here and then stretch it over. It will stretch. And then fill it full of water and put it in your plants. It's like to put a sheet on a bed. Ow! Okay, here we go. We're just filling it full of water. Real easy. I got my brick down here to raise up my horsetail rush, and then all these plants here just kind of morphed together. So I'm just going to stick it straight in, and that's it. And the pond will perk up and look wonderful. So now we just gotta wait for it to all fill up, and we'll take a look. When you get your lotus seeds in the mail, they will look like this. Let's get a close-up shot of that. They almost look like olives, but they're not. These are water lotus seeds. You can't just put a water lotus seed in the ground or just throw it in your pond, because it won't grow and actually it will rot. What you need to do is just file off the tip of your water lotus seed. I use just a heavy-duty metal file, and that seems to be the easiest way to go. Or you can use a Dremel tool to drill a little hole in there. That way the water gets in, the seed swells up, and the plant will grow. After about 4 or 5 days, you'll get a sprout that looks like this. And it will grow about 1 inch a day. But when it starts to leaf out and get some leaves, it will no longer sit at the bottom of your container. It'll float to the top of your pond. So I'm going to show you how to anchor it down. What I find that works really good to anchor down your water lotus seed is using plain old ordinary modeling clay. I actually got this one for $1, but you could spend more if you want. I take the modeling clay. Now you don't want Play-Doh, you want regular modeling clay, the stuff that doesn't dry out. I take it and I just squish it around the seed. So here's my sprout. I just gently, just not real tight, I just gently put it around the seed like that, and then I'll plant it in my clay soil. You want some good, thick, mushy clay soil to plant your water lotus seed, and I put that in the water, because without it, your water lotus seeds will float away. Hey, this is what I found around Stevie's house. I've got a regular pot like this, and I like it because it has a wide mouth to it. I put some plastic down here to plug up the holes, because you don't want the roots coming out. That'll be disaster and hard to maintain. I've got a tile. You can use a flat rock if you want to hold the plastic down. I just thought that would be good for a hard surface. And then we're going to fill it full of the clay soil, put the lotus seed in here, and drop it in the water. I love you. I love you too. Okay, down here. So this is what I got in here. Look, it's just this plain old ordinary dirt. Nothing special, just scraped up. It's hard clay soil, not sandy. Sand might work for water lotus, but what they like is it's the really mushy clay-like stuff. You know, think about what you would find in the wild. What kind of soil would water lotus or water lily grow in the wild? And think about that. And try to modify it for what resources you have around your house. Oh, here's our little water lotus doodad. And I'm going to try to get this down inside and have the little guy sticking out like so. Here we got it down in there, down kind of halfway near the bottom. And I'm just filling it in around like this. Be very careful, because if you break that stem, your plant might not survive. I'm just filling it in around, and let's go put it in the pond. You're not going to really see it. It's going to go inside and it's going to disappear. But remember, this is going to grow about 2 inches a day, and it'll keep on growing until it gets to the surface of the water. And there's bees! Careful! Here we go. And that'll keep on growing. The water lotus only requires a foot and no more than 2 feet of water to grow. So remember that when you're building your pond and where you want to place your water lotus plants. We've got our water lotus seeds planted, so that's perfect. You don't want to include fertilizer though until the second season. So next season, when springtime comes around, you'll want to put some fertilizer in there to promote growth. The fertilizer to use should be something like a pond tab. Now I got these cheap ones here on sale for $1, and of course it produces cheap results. So you don't want that. What the best fertilizer to use is Highland Rim, and this is what I use for my plants. It works really, really good. You put 1 tab in once a month per pot. If it's a big pot, of course, you use 2 tabs, and that will promote growth and it will promote flowers too. You might not get flowers on your second season, but by the third season, you will get flowers from your water lotus plants. In addition to the Highland Rim fertilizer, you'll want to add a little bit, like a tablespoon of bone meal to your plants. All you have to do is put the bone meal in a paper towel and then shove it underneath your plant, and that will also help your plant grow nice and big and green. Well, in the pond we've got our primrose creeper, you've got parrot feather, lots of good stuff. We got bees. We've got our rosette water hyacinth, which is doing really well, and that tells me this water has very good pH, because when the pH is too high, your water hyacinth will not do well. You want pH that is about, and I got this on eBay for like 99 cents. Your pH should be about a 7, no more than 7. A 6 or a 7 is perfect. Let's see what we get. It should change colors really fast. Watch, it'll be more. When you get your little pH guy in the mail, it'll have a chart. I'm thinking we're about a 7, so that's just perfect. I'd like to say hello to John Hall in Kentucky. Hi, John. John sent me a whole bunch of water lotus seeds, and so if you'd like some too, just send me an email and I can work out getting some water lotus seeds to you too. Hey, this is Gail, your pond plant girl. You keep on being you, and I'll see you next time.
Oh, whoops.
Are you filming my butt? You were filming my butt! Are you still filming my butt?
Well, kind of. I'm trying to get her.